Today for cybersecurity, we're going to be learning about how to set up an encrypted container. An encrypted container is different than a full disk encryption because you can copy just one part and have just one section of your drive encrypted, acting kind of like a little drive within a drive instead of having to dedicate an entire drive to being encrypted. So once you get started with the lab, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Windows, the Start menu, and we're going to search for True. And once that pops up, we want to select the TrueCrypt. And from here, we're going to click on the Create Volume. And we're going to go ahead and click Next, make sure that we're on Create an Encrypted File Container and hit Next. We're going to go ahead and use the standard TrueCrypt volume, and then we're going to select the for the volume location. We're going to put it in the E drive, and we're going to entitle it Encrypted Container with no spaces. Hit Save, and then hit Next. And we're going to leave all the encryption options as is. Hit Next again. And now this is different than in the instructions. The instructions say to make a 50 megabyte one. Since we're going to be downloading it, we don't want that big, so we're only going to do a 10 megabyte container. So put in 10, make sure it's MB is selected, and hit Next. And then put in a password. In the instructions, they say to use a common word such as Apple or whatnot, and that's totally fine. But what's not in the instructions that we're going to do this time is you're going to also copy that password into your notebook in the section for Wednesday. You see it says here to type your container, because you're going to want to remember that, and we're going to need it. I'm going to need it for when you turn in the encrypted drive. It'll give you a warning saying that it's an easy one to break. That's fine. And then as it's formatting, it tells you to move your mouse around randomly. So just move it around, and that helps do more randomization of the encryption. So do that just for a minute or so, and then hit Format. It'll say True volume is successfully created. Hit OK. And once it says the volume is created, you can hit Exit. So at this point, we're going to open up File Explorer and go to the E drive, and we'll see now that there's a encrypted file container within our E drive. Now, we can't, if you try clicking on it, it doesn't know how to open it, and because it's encrypted. In order to be able to put items into our encrypted container, we're going to have to mount the container. So we're going to go back to TrueCrypt, and you want to select one of the volumes lettering to use to mount it. In the instructions, they use F. You can use F, or you can use any of the ones that are here. And then you need to come over to Select File, find the encrypted container inside of your E drive, and then click Mount. It'll ask for your password, and you'll notice now it shows that it's there. And if you go to the File Explorer, you'll see now that there's an additional F drive that wasn't there before, and it's pretty much the same size of your encrypted container, because that's what it is. You can now open that up and put files into this container, even though here it doesn't open. So mounting it is what lets you place files into your encrypted container. So we're going to go ahead and take some of those images that we used earlier when we made our encrypted when we encrypted the entire drive. And again, we're going to select like 10 of these images and put them into that drive. So just choose 10 to put in there, 8 to 10, something like that. It doesn't matter which ones. Let's see how many I got right now. We got 7, need 3 more. And I'll do one more. There we go. Oh, I already have that one. So let's do a different one then. There. All right, so now I have my 10 files in my container, and it should be ready to be dismounted. By dismounting it, we make it so that you can no longer add items to it. So we're going to go back to TrueCrypt and make sure you have the encrypted container selected, and we're going to now hit dismount, and you'll notice your file explorer closes because now that drive, that F drive, doesn't exist. And now the only you have that encrypted container, but you can't open it and see what's in it. At that point, you're done with today's assignment with one more exception. This is not in the instructions, but you do need to do this. It doesn't say in the notebook. It says to download the encrypted file so you can add it to your 413 files. So what you're going to want to do is simply grab, you don't have to dismount it, you can leave it there, just move it to the download, and it'll take a little bit of time. This is why you didn't want to make it more than 10 megabytes. If we did the 50 megabytes, this would take a little bit, it would take several minutes, but here it actually downloads fairly quickly with just being 10 megabytes. So then once you have it downloaded, then make sure that you go to the assignment on Google Classroom. You want to go to the 431 files and add it to your files there. You need to add it there. That'll be the second file that you've added, and then you'll be done for the day. All right. Have a good one.